Well, we had a little rain this afternoon here at Delaware Park, but that didn't slow the bettors down. We had a strong handle this afternoon. The handle was over 2 million, even with races 4 and 7 coming off the turf. We still had some good races, and the handle was strong. Let's get right to the card. We started with a fast track, and then middle part of the day it switched to a good track. Here's race 1 as we kicked off the early pick 5. Strong handle in the early pick 5. We were going a flat mile here in race 1. Beaten nickel for 3-year-olds and upward. Here's race 1.
Away and running. Good speed for Looking for Justice, who breaks sharp today. Book markers right there too, and Star Reaver stacks them up 3 across the track as they swing left for the first time today. Bird King is situated in 4th, and Indulge rides that rail in 5th. Durkin's Call tracks the speed in 6th. In spite of trainer bared out, and Homeschool was hampered last of all. So in a race that sees no pace down to the 6 furlong pole, Looking for Justice sets the tone and shows the way by only a half a lane. Star Reaver right there shadowing the speed every step of the way in second, and as a 3-pronged attack behind the top 2, with that yellow cap in spite of trainers the widest runner. In the pink is Bird King. Bookmarkers right there too. Indulge, the second choice, is trying to get closer, and now Indulge now gets that fight for that second place check. Durkin's Call still second last, and Homeschool's last of all. Down to the far turn they go with 3.5 furlongs to go. Looking for Justice still calls the shots, still relaxed on the front end and leads by 2. Indulge tries to rally from that second place position, and in between rivals is Bird King. Here's the 5/16 pole, and Indulge pops off the rail to take a clear shot at Looking for Justice and takes the lead with ease. They race to the top of the stretch, and Indulge kicks for the money at 5-1 and leads the way by 2. Up the inside, Looking for Justice is trying to salvage second. Bird King's in a feisty mood and punches up the fence. Durkin's Call is emerging late on the scene, and here's a sweet rail trip for Bird King today. Still got a press pass Indulge. Indulge is gutsy. Bird King's unwavering. Indulge has conquered this group. To beat Bird King, who was second, it's close for third between Durkin's Call and Star Weaver.
The 7-year-old Indulge gets his 4th lifetime win. Trainer Mike Simone gets his first win of the meet. Nice ride there by jockey Jose Batista. Indulge pays a generous $13.20 to kick off that early pick 5. Race 2, we're going a flat mile, 5,000 starter allowance condition here in race 2. I like the horse in this race. It had some good form on an off track, even though we were still fast here for race 2. I like the 4 Viking Queen as my price play of the day. Here's announcer Josh Brown's call of race 2.
They're all set. Away and running to a picture-perfect start. Rita Book was the first one to ping. Vodkatini is sent hard in the second place position, and Helen Ortiz, the long shot, is right there too. Viking Queen is 3 deep around this clubhouse turn run, and Pole No Punches stays a ground-saving 5th, and Sala Gadula would have to pass them all midpoint of the first of 2 turns, and Rita Book under stout restraint shows the way a length and a quarter, but Vodkatini keeping tabs on that speed in second, and Helen Ortiz, she's floated 3 wide for the back of the track run. Viking Queen chases the top 3 in a paceless affair. Pole No Punches stays ground saving, and Sala Gadula is getting closer on the far outside. So the 6 ladies go midpoint of the backstretch run with 4.5 furlongs to go, and Rita Book coddling that lead to a 3/4 of a length margin. Vodkatini right there chasing the speed every step of the way in second. Viking Queen is coming alive with a ground saving trip in third. On the far outside, Sala Gadula tries to close into it. Helen Ortiz has dropped the last, and Pole No Punches rides that rail to no avail. Rita Book slowly slipping away from the opposition at the 5/16 pole, leads by 3. Viking Queen right now trying to bridge that gap in second, and Vodkatini's been under a heavy drive. Heads turn for home. Rita Book is trying to see this through for another 3/16 of a mile. Viking Queen has every chance to press on past a leg-weary leader. Vodkatini's getting closer, so is Sala Gadula inside the furlong grounds, and Viking Queen now flees the scene, and the 4th choice on the wagering board is nicely clear. Viking Queen has won it. Vodkatini was second, Sala Gadula third, and Rita Book faded to 4th.
My price play of the day, Viking Queen scores at 9-2 in race 2 to wrap up the early daily double for me. The $1 daily double paid $55. Viking Queen gets her 10th win. 7-year-old mare keeps winning. Ronaldo Richards, he gets his second win of the meet, and Jamie Rodriguez gets his first win of the meet. Viking Queen, $11.20 winner there in race 2. Race 3 kicks off the middle pick 5, a maiden 25,000 for 3-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs, scratched to 1 Intrepid Mo. Some nice first-time starters here in race 3. Let's check out the call.
Away and running. Nice level start. Good speed on the outside from Quite Slow today. CC Foxy showing good early speed, and Bolo de Crema's right there too, and the pace is quick. And now in that 4th place position is High Hearts. Tandu on debut rides a rail in 5th, and Winnie's Dash passes that rival. Dina's Touch is second last, but Drino's Gold is last of all. So in a well stretched outfield, Bolo de Crema calls the shots and leads by 1. CC Foxy's in a very tight spot, and looping up on the far outside, Winnie's Dash is closing into it sweetly, and here comes Winnie's Dash to confront Bolo de Crema for the lead. CC's Foxy needs a re-rally in 3rd, and High Heart sticks with her. Closing in is Tandu from the back of the pack, and up the inside is Dina's Touch. They just passed the quarter pole, and Bolo de Crema continues to hug that corner nicely, and is kicked away with authority, is kicked away by 3. Now here comes High Hearts emerging from out of the crowd. Winnie's Dash still has the outside trip. CC's Foxy's had a trouble trip, and late on the scene is Tandu and Dina's Touch. But here's a very sharp first impression today, and the public was spot on. Bolo de Crema has won it. Winnie's Dash was second. It's close for 3rd between High Hearts and Tandu.
The Jamie Ness barn picks up their first win of the meet, the first of many, no doubt, as the public was right. Bolo de Crema opened up the favorite. She went off 9-5, and the Moser, first-time starter, absolutely galloped for Jamie Ness. Paid $5.60. Jamie Rodriguez picked up his second win of the day. Looks like Ness has a nice filly there. Bolo de Crema, keep your eye on that filly. Let's take a look here at race 4. We kick off the late pick 5. In race 4, we're off the turf, going a mile 70 on the main track. Nice first level allowance condition for 3-year-old fillies, optional claiming $75,000. The race scratched down to a 4-horse field. Let's check out Josh Brown's call.
Away and running. Moongate was the first one to pop the latch. Florida Flower, the long shot, showing good early speed. Rare Art continues to chase the pace for that 3rd place position. And Minnesota Money pops off the rail to go 3 wide as they approach the 7 furlong pole. So it's Moongate showing the way, and the lead is only 3/4 of a length, but Rare Art is right there, creeping ever so closer at the 6.5 furlong point. Florida Flowers committed to a 3 wide kick, and 4 wide for the backstretch run is Minnesota Money. So they leave the first turn, passing the 5.5 furlong stick, and Moongate carves out the clock and shows the way by only half a length. Rare Art is right there trying to inject just a bit more pace, and Florida Flower keeping tabs on that lead, only a length and a half down from the leader, that is Moongate, and Minnesota Money is right there too, only a length and a half would cover the lot. So Moongate leads with 4 furlongs to go. Jamie Rodriguez looking for his 3rd consecutive win on the day, but Rare Art right there, that pesky pace partner in second. Florida Flower 3 wide coming under a loose rein, and Minnesota Money is right there too, still multiple chances as they swing the side, and there goes Rare Art calling for the lead. Moongate's going to try to stick with that rival in second. Minnesota Money's boxed in for the moment, and Florida Flowers with a 4 wide trip at the top of the stretch. 3 of them across the track as they're homeward bound, and Rare Art now leads. Right there battling on is Moongate. Minnesota Money has all the momentum. Florida Flowers drop to last. 2 to settle the score, and Rare Art's lead has evaporated, and Minnesota Money comes calling for the lead. The 3rd choice at 5-2 is pulling away, and Minnesota Money has won it. Rare Art was second, Florida Flower 3rd, and Moongate stopped to a walk.
Well, only a 4-horse field, but Minnesota Money, 3rd choice in the betting, goes off 5-2 and wins for trainer Kelsey Danner. Tyler Connor picks up his first win of the meet. Minnesota Money, the 3-year-old daughter of Money, pays $7.60. Nice allowance win there in race 4. Race 5 wraps up the early pick 5, kicks off the late pick 4. Nice wide open $50,000 allowance sprint going 6 furlongs. I had the 2 Sunny Breeze as my best bet of the day. Let's see how race 5 shakes out.
Set for the start. Away and running. Good speed, one from the inside from Sunny Breeze today. Punching on through is Alto Belly, and deep on the track, Spike Zone did not get the lead today. Copper Tax came away in that 4th place position, and Shake 'em Loose, the long shots in 5th in front of Runaway Jack in 6th, and Shaft's Bullet has to come with a big time close. They race down to the 4, and Sunny Breeze has a fight on its hands, and Alto Belly takes the fight to Sunny Breeze, and Spike Zone is 3 lanes down with 3.5 furlongs to go. There's a gap of 4 back to Shake 'em Loose, then Copper Tax. Second to last is Shaft's Bullet, and Runaway Jack whips him in. And now Spike Zone in that 3rd place position has dead aim on Alto Belly and Sunny Breeze. Trying to close in is Shake 'em Loose, and Copper Tax is on the far outside. They reach the top of the stretch, and Spike Zone comes with a catapulting run to take over the lead. The rail is wide open for Shake 'em Loose. It's Spike Zone holding on to a 1-length lead. Copper Tax is getting closer. Shake 'em Loose is right there too. Trying to punch on through his Shaft's Bullet, and Copper Tax is going to pass them all at 3-1. Copper Tax has won it. Shake 'em Loose was a 50-1 second. Spike Zone 3rd, Shaft's Bullet 4th.
What an awesome 4-year-old colt. This one is Copper Tax, a multiple stakes winner as a 2-year-old, multiple stakes winner last year as a 3-year-old. Comes off the layoff to make his 4-year-old debut today. It was first time Lasix today, and Gary Capuano had him ready to fire a big effort. Copper Tax wins at 3-1 under J.G. Torrealba. $8 winner there in race 5. Keep your eye on Copper Tax. He could be poised for another big meet here at Delaware Park. If you hit the early pick 5, it paid well. Early pick 5 paid a few bucks over, $2,000 as race 5 wrapped it up. Let's turn the page here. Race 6, a nice first level allowance race, optional claiming $75,000 for 3-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. I like the 5 Drink This Cup in there coming off the layoff for Michael Stidham. Nice allowance race here in race 6. Let's see what happens.
Away and running to a delightful start. Good call breaks on top, and that was short-lived as Central Casting comes calling for the lead. Hillbop is right there too, and Drink This Cup's in a feisty mood as well. Beyond Belief exits the chute in that 4th place position, and Sassafrasness, despite those long shot odds, is in that 5th place position. Good Call has to close from 6 as Chrissy N comes under a ride, and Ade still last of all, so a good battle brews up top, and Central Casting has a fight on its hands, and Hillbop takes the fight to that rival as they go around the far turn run. Central Casting now slipping away from the opposition. Hillbop needs to do a lot better. In traffic was Drink This Cup, and moving into second is Beyond Belief. On the far outside, Good Call is closing in with the red cap, and Sassafrasness is coming alive as heads turn for home. Central Casting in the goo, kicks away by 2. Beyond Belief is giving Game Chase in second, and Sassafrasness is outrunning those 32-1 odds inside the final 100 yards. Central Casting is still clear. Beyond Belief is running out of ground and running out of time. Central Casting has won it over Beyond Belief. Then came Sassafrasness, and Chrissy N was a 25-1 fourth.
Casting, 3-year-old filly from the Jamie Ness barn. Ness gets his 2nd win of the day, and that's the 3rd win of the afternoon for Jamie Rodriguez as he scored there on Central Casting. She pays $6.20 there in race 6. Race 7, maiden special weight race that comes off the turf. We're going a mile 70 on the main track for filly mares 3 and up. I like the 11 in there, Sophie's Cruiser. The 2 Love Song for Michael Stidham would go off your 2-5 favorite. Here's the replay of race 7.
Away and running. Bit of a bobble for the favorite Love Song. Good speed from the gray Caravaggio song. Sophie's Cruiser's chiming in, and Tiz Complex sits right behind the dueling top pair. Justifying Vegas came away in that fourth place position, and Love Song rides the rail. Second last is For Release, and Majestic Dream reluctant to load and is the last one away. So it's all Sophie's Cruiser up top, going as fast as she can for as long as she can, and shows the way by 2. Caravaggio's Song content to chase a hot pace in second, and Tiz Complex rides the rail in third. Love Song is coming alive on the far outside with Justifying Vegas, and there's a gap of another 5 back to For Release, another 6 down to Majestic Dream. So this field is spread out all over the place, but a solo act as Sophie's Cruiser shows the way by almost 5. Love Song is in hand and glides up to the leader in that second place position. Caravaggio's Song is starting to back up fast, needs to find a second wind, and Justifying Vegas is getting closer too. Tiz Complex rides the rail. For Release still second last, and Majestic Dream did not have it today. Here's the 5/16 pole, and Sophie's Cruiser is bracing for the oncoming challenge of Love Song is only 3/4 of a length down, and the others need to go and go now, including Caravaggio's Song. They're off the turn, they race for home. Sophie's Cruiser desperately clinging to a 1-length lead. Love Song right there getting ever so closer and has one more furlong to try to catch. Sophie's Cruiser holding on 3/4 of a length. Love Song is getting closer and getting closer in a great big way. It's still Sophie's Cruiser holding on. Love Song getting closer. Here's the result. Photo finish. Man, that's tight. Love Song, Sophie's Cruiser, there's nothing in it.
Sophie's Cruiser led every step of the way, but Love Song, the homebred for Godolphin and trainer Michael Stidham, gets up in the final jump at 2-5 underneath jockey Axel Concepcion, a $2.80 winner there in race 7. Let's turn the page here. The 8th and final race is going 6 furlongs, claiming 62.50 for 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. Jamie Rodriguez looking for his 4th win of the day. He'd be on the heavy favorite, the 1 Tycoon Mogul. Let's see what happens here in the finale.
Away and running to another good start. Good speed in the yellow for On the Chill today. There's the speed of Raleigh. Deep on the track, Dude with a Name is chiming in. The rail belongs to Tycoon Mogul, and Wemby's right there too, and the pace is keen. In that 5th place position, Sways in My DNA now gets the lead just like that. Near the backfield is Sincerto, and Bad Boy Blaze has a hot pace to chase today. So the first couple of furlongs belongs to Sways in My DNA, had to work hard to get the lead, while Raleigh's in hand of that 2nd place spot. Wemby's deep on the track in that 3rd place position, and Tycoon Mogul is down against the rail to no avail at this stage. Sincerto is trying to come alive, and Bad Boy Blaze starts to pick him off one by one. The quarter pole looms, and Raleigh tries to take the baton away from Sways of My DNA. Now Tycoon Mogul gets off that dead rail and now has a good shot to try to track down the top 2. They're into the stretch, and Raleigh is kicking away to a 1-length lead. Tycoon Mogul now hits with that good energy up the fence as Bad Boy Blaze, and Tycoon Mogul's rolling now. Tycoon Mogul hits the front at 3-2. Sincerto's late on the scene. Tycoon Mogul just gave Jamie Rodriguez his 4th win of the day over Raleigh, Sincerto, and Bad Boy Blaze.
Well, you knew it was just a matter of time before the Jamie Ness and Jamie Rodriguez machine started winning a bunch of races, and Tycoon Mogul goes off 3-2, gives Jamie Rodriguez his 4th win of the day, and trainer Jamie Ness his 3rd win of the day. $5 there on Tycoon Mogul. The late pick 5 was a little chalky, only paid about $179, but congratulations if you had that. We had a strong handle today, over $2 million in handle, so thank you to all the bettors who supported us today. Let's get a quick commercial break. When I come back, I'm going to tell you about my best bet and price play for Thursday's card.